What am I deadass doing with my life? I actually haven't seen this video, so I want to just watch it, and I thought it'd be funny to like watch it here. I only saw like parts.
Hey everyone, I just wanted
Hold on. Hold on. Alright. Wait, how many sections are there? I only saw like the first 20 minutes of this. I just know it sucks. Uh, I don't know what my
to start at this video by
thought should
saying that
be.
there's a lot of things that I need to address. And in this video, I plan to discuss a lot of what's been going around on social media lately.
Don't worry, guys. We can wait. We can wait for Puri Tinkle Sky to plug in their headphones while we wait. I want to say so badly, isn't this just an AI voice? But I already seen the first 5-10 minutes. Like I know it's an AI voice. I know what happens in the first 5-10 minutes. Like that sucks. Wait, I just realized, can't Marlow copyright strike me? I probably should be taking down this video after. Who cares? Okay, Puri Twinkle Sky, are your headphones connected yet?
Some of the
You know what? Fuck it, we're not waiting. For the best, I'm not in a call with anyone because I just want to watch this
allegations
unfold.
that have been circulating relate to who I am as a person, which is unfortunately why I've been forced to face reveal for this video. The best way to summarize the current situation is that there are three main allegations being made against me right
I
now,
will say, like, why does Marlow keep looking to the right? People think it's an actor. Like,
which are
they're reading to the right. It could just have a script to the right out of screen. But I don't, like,
cheating,
that'll just be,
money
like,
theft,
making up
and being another
reasons. Like,
person.
I don't really want to have
The
an opinion
situation
on the
both
matter.
started off with the first two allegations, but over time, it seemingly blew up and everything meshed together. Something I should probably clarify is that I had already been working on this video before the more recent allegations, so I'm actually recording this intro after having already made most of everything you're gonna see afterwards. The main reason I'm adding this intro in is to address the
Like,
more
see how, like, even here, again, they, like, look to the
recent
side.
Danger Mario allegations that Oximity made. Since the great majority of everything I had already included in this video is related to debunking the other allegations,
Oh, the best, you're right. Like, it could just be a script anyway. Like,
with that
yeah,
being
I didn't
said,
even
I
think of
need to
that.
come
How
forward
did I
about the
forget that?
fact that the situation I'm in today has largely been negatively impacted by my own actions. Since there's some things that I haven't been upfront about with other people that have led to a lot of the allegations around me being more believable. Even though there's a lot of people making videos spreading misinformation or deliberately trying to get me cancelled, my own mistakes have definitely played a part in landing me in the position I'm in today, so I'd like to apologize for that. First of all, it's true that I've been using an AI voice for the last few years. This is something I've lied about so extensively that I can't really blame people for a lot of the doubts they might have had regarding the type of person I am.
I'm going to be talking in my normal voice for the rest of the introduction, but most importantly, I wanted to explain why I was using an AI voice and why I lied about doing so. So first of all, following the whole controversy regarding me being a man, I was actually planning on admitting to using an AI voice prior to posting this video. For those of you who don't know, ever since later on into the cheating allegations, I've been under investigation from the administrators
Here's the thing. I don't believe the claim that they were going to show their voice, like, beforehand.
regarding all the videos being
Like,
made against me.
it would have
After
happened. You've been
Oximity's
using
video,
an AI
this
voice
amped
for
up even
years. Like, it
further
would
since
have
the allegations
shown
had
it.
become
Like,
severe
made
enough
that clear
to where I
prior.
was becoming too much of a risk to everyone else. The other admins and I had been talking about meeting up in order to debunk the allegations, so we had a discussion about it in our groups. The problem is that within these discussions, the other staff members started to backtrack on the idea of meeting up in person, and they insisted on a video call. Previously, however, I had already been told that a video call was insufficient, since apparently there are advanced forms of AI that make it unreliable. Because of this, I knew that if I were to do a video call and admit to using my real voice, it would convince them that that's what I was already doing, since I had already been lying about using an AI voice. Using the AI voice for the video call wasn't an option either, since using it live has a delay of around 300 ms, which would be very obviously desynchronized. My only option was to keep lying about my voice until I could meet them in person so that I could prove I'm an actual human being. The issue is that I kept trying to arrange a meetup with the other staff members, but almost everyone rejected it. I also wasn't allowed to meet up with my friend Rai Rai because the other staff thought he was suspicious. part of what frustrated me about the whole situation was that I was being told that an in-person meetup was insufficient for proving that I'm not a man, because apparently a man could just transition their gender in the span of a week in order to convince people. Essentially, it felt like I was being treated as someone who was guilty, no matter what. But the problem is that I wasn't really given a full chance to explain my side of all of the evidence. An example of that is within PvP Rank's statement regarding me. They bring
Like, the video's useless, but we have to
up how a
watch it.
username similar to my own was brought up a few hours before I changed mine on my main account.
Like, isn't that enough proof alone to do something with?
Therefore, I must be an alt.
Exactly.
The issue is that this wasn't something they ever brought up with me, because if they did, they would have known that before my main account, I played on another account that had been discussing my username change before that.
Can we get proof of that?
I think from their perspective, considering
Can we get proof? Can we get proof of that?
everything they had seen, it
Hold
would
on.
change before that.
Hold on.
My main account, I played on another account that had been discussing my username change before that.
I played on another account that has been discussing my username change before that. In all honesty, I just don't understand. Because if they were faking messages that far back, they have to have something against you before you're even tier list staff. Like, is it? This is what I don't understand. Like, before you basically were even playing the tier list on the Marlow identity. No, it's just the fact that you like. This is message in what 2020 of like Redneck saying, "What are you gonna call the alt?" Or like, "What are you gonna call it?" Marlow star is good. Like, shouldn't you basically show proof? Because I just don't know if I believe that 6 years ago, your experience with these people is so bad to the point where they are going to fake evidence 6 years ago on you before your identity was even created in tier list. This is what I don't understand.
I think from their perspective, considering everything they had seen, it would be easy for them to be convinced by the evidence. And from my perspective, I wasn't able to do much to defend myself until either releasing this video or meeting up with them and explaining everything in person. Unfortunately, all of this led to a rift in our relationship, and so I'd like to apologize for the fact that I couldn't be upfront about my usage of an AI voice in those moments. At some point within our discussions, I finally managed to make arrangements with one of the staff members who was willing to meet with me in person, which I'm grateful for since it helps a lot for verifying that I'm not AI, unless I am secretly a robot. I'm actually out of state recording this video from my hotel room since there's not much else for me to do right now.
Wait, so they ended up meeting up? Hi, Chase. Like, is that why we're here? Did they end up meeting up? I'm a bit confused.
With all that being said, though, I want to explain why exactly I use an AI voice and why I wasn't ever upfront about it. For some background, my family, especially my mom, was always extremely overprotective of me, to the point where I wasn't really
Like, you show proof for this. I don't understand why you can't show, like, any other proof. I'm just a bit confused.
supposed to be
Not saying
using
anything.
social media. For this reason, from a young age, I generally would try to alter the way I spoke online in the instance that my voice was recorded, especially if I became bigger on social media later on. The issue with doing this was that my way of speaking wasn't suitable for full-length videos, and as I got older, I also just generally had more trouble doing it. For this reason, I eventually decided how to learn how to train AI voice models, so I trained one off of a dataset of my already altered way of speaking.
I also don't get this. Like, the messages knew that you're using AI voice. Everyone knew you're using AI voice. But everyone thought you were using something like 11 labs. Not like a trained AI. Only the messages said that you're using a trained AI, and it turns out you're using a trained AI. Like, I think the message was the only thing accusing you of using a trained AI rather than 11 labs.
I know this confused people since a lot of community members and YouTubers vouched that they had done calls with me before realistic AI voice changers were a thing. So now you finally know the answer to that mystery. The reason I've denied using an AI voice for so long is because since the AI voice is based on an actual dataset of my own altered way of speaking in the past, I felt like it was acceptable to lie about since it wasn't someone else's voice. I also felt like admitting to using an AI voice would cause people to doubt that I'm an actual person and believe some of the crazy rumors people spread about me. In retrospect, my decision to lie about this wasn't a good idea since it's actually provided people with a logical reasoning to believe all of the rumors being spread about me. I'm genuinely sorry for all of this, but I just happen to be someone that prefers to keep themselves more private, and so a lot of my behavior comes from that. I really do hate the fact that I'm having to face reveal for this video, but ultimately, to a degree, it's actions like these that have led me here in the first place. So with that being explained, there's another thing I definitely need to talk about.
Yeah, this
I have
does
a
not make
feeling a lot of
sense.
people are going to be upset about this, and in saying it, I have a feeling that I'll probably be cancelled pretty badly since it pretty much affects my entire channel. The reason I'm going to say this is because even with the whole stealing and alting stuff being false,
Yo,
there's
we
still a
do
whole other
not
layer that needs to be dealt
do
with,
that.
which is the cheating allegations. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the clips of me hitting while looking in completely different directions and stuff like that. And those things all get explained very well later on in the video, but there are stronger pieces of evidence in the form of consistent tick timings and really smooth aim from my mace montage. A lot of people use this as evidence that I use macros and aim assist. The truth is, almost every montage on my channel is heavily staged. And by that, I mean the majority of clips are scenarios.
Well, if you guys haven't seen, yeah, I know about the swipe vid where she says the hand cam vids. I'm just like, don't know here. It's like, if the whole thing just feels, the whole thing just feels like, there is some, like, I don't know.
That
It's,
I replay a few times to create more variety in the montage. In two of my vanilla montages, I play a lot of the scenarios in a lower tick speed, which contributes to why my aim tracking looks so surreal and why my timings are so consistent. The only montage on my channel that isn't heavily staged is a sword montage, since there isn't much variety within the game mode anyways. Even in that montage though, I know I staged at least a few clips.
like, isn't this just saying, like, oh, guys, my sword montage is not scripted? But a few clips are scripted, but I'm not gonna say what ones. I just know I faked a few. I forget what ones. I just know I did. Like, it just feels weird.
The reason that almost
Mini,
no one
Mini Faro,
realized
here's
that
the
I
thing.
was
Here's the
doing
thing. You would need every single person there to be together, editing scores. Like,
this was because I actually do substantially beat the players you see in my montages, but just not necessarily in the exact manner you see in the clip. I try to be very intentional about the clips I include in my montages so that I can pace them with the music and include enough variety to give them replay value. I think if I had been honest about this from the beginning, that it wouldn't have been too big of a deal. But at this point, it's been something I've kept secret for years, and even after the cheating investigations on me. I'm actually under the impression that even if my montages weren't staged, that the evidence being used against me still wouldn't serve as proper proof of hacks, which is why I never brought it up. But in retrospect, I understand that it gets to a point where even if it's not completely definitive, people can't be blamed for thinking that it's more likely that I'm hacking than not. In my 2-year vanilla PvP montage, I used a custom mod to play in a lower tick rate, since at the time, Minecraft didn't have a command for it. This is actually the reason for how I came up with the idea for a mod to reduce input latency, since I had recognized how slow inputs are registered on low TPS. Within that mod, I used to create that montage. The idea was used to make my inputs register instantly instead of per tick, which made playing low TPS feel much more responsive. A lot of people have pointed out that the hotbar skips in that montage, and knowing what I do now, I'm quite sure that it's due to the fact that I was not only using the low TPS mod for most of it, but also the feature within that mod to make my inputs register instantly.
then why did you say it was extortium? Why did you say it's extortium?
Something I should be clear about though is that when defending myself regarding the hotbar
Oh,
allegations, previously I actually believed that it was a performance mod, and not related to me playing in low TPS. I think that a
shouldn't that be the first thing that comes to your mind, considering wasn't it exposed you don't use
lot of people will
extortium?
think that sounds stupid, so let me explain. I'm going to play a clip to show you what I mean.
But like,
And I will say the anchor description in my video, I think there actually is a debunk for that, so I don't think it's even show anymore.
From the clip you just heard,
what?
you can hear Reef1 admit that I might be debunking the hotbar skipping allegations. This is because it's actually true that hotbar skipping is not definitive proof of cheating. Reef1 and Dr. Donut originally believed that it was the result of hacks, and I believe
Yeah, but I just don't know how you accuse like the culprit of this being a mod that you don't even have, while knowing that you're using a mod to alter tick rate.
that it was a result of a performance mod, but the truth is, neither of us were entirely right, and hotbar skips can occur on a completely vanilla client, even without performance mods, although performance mods can increase the rate at which they happen. The reason why I'm bringing this up is just to reiterate that when I was defending myself on this topic, my explanation was actually somewhat reasonable, and now we know it can happen on vanilla. It wasn't proof of hacking. The amount of times that it happened in my montage, though, left a valid reason to believe that it was hacks. And since people weren't aware of the fact that I was staging the montage in low TPS, I can't blame anyone for thinking so. Assuming that you're watching this video, Dr. Donut, I want to directly address you regarding this situation, as well as some of the other scenarios that have come up between us, so that I can communicate my thoughts a bit better. I'm going to play a few stream clips for context.
Now, everything that Marlow did, like, it was obviously, the Marlow persona was very nice to people and was very helpful, and she helped the community a lot, actually. But was all of that because he wanted to help the community, or was it because he just wanted power? I don't know. I don't know if we're ever gonna know. But yeah, bro, I can't believe that all of it's true. It's just crazy. Like, Marlow definitely, or Danger Mario definitely had a goal to, like, get me out of the community. Like, Danger Mario recommended me to stop streaming through Marlow, obviously. I'll just say Marlow. Marlow recommended me to stop streaming. Like, Marlow also intentionally had a goal to get It's Roll Me to quit PvP, and that's why he was gone for, like, over a year. Can you believe that? It's Roll Me is the greatest PvPer of all time. And Marlow, like, convinced him to just quit, or manipulated him into quitting, I guess. Which is crazy. Crazy. By the way, Default being blacklisted and restricted, that was also a part of Marlow's plan. Default could have been the best Crystal PvPer, but he was banned from the community for over a year because Marlow, like, was in charge of everything and just kicked him out.
I feel like when you view someone through a negative lens, it becomes very easy to come up with negative explanations for why certain things were said or done. But a lot of the things that you said here just weren't my intention at all. For example, when you mentioned that I advised you to stop streaming, this was in reference to your vanilla tier 2 attempts, because you've been trying for years to get tier 2, and I sincerely wanted you to achieve that goal, which is why I helped you and gave you advice a lot of the time. The reason why I recommended you not to stream your tier 2 test is because I believe a big part of streaming is entertaining your audience, and I knew that your interest in doing that would detract from your competitive performance. And I think you could genuinely do it if you approached it with the right mindset and focus. It's also much harder to learn and take in information if a large part of your mind is occupied by streaming. Another thing I wanted to address is the claim that I tried to get It's Real Me to quit PvP. This claim is seemingly out of nowhere because I've never wanted It's Real Me to quit. I've never even wanted to get number 1. My goal to get tier 1
I can get Enchanter to open the wait list. Isn't it against well, is it it's against tester rules to open queue for someone? No.
was in everything, every game mode, and I'd actually prefer if I wasn't number 1 overall because I hate the negativity that comes from it. If you were to look through my messages speaking about my goals and my messages to people like It's Real Me, you'd understand that it was genuinely never my goal to be number 1, and it still isn't. I was going up against myself with my own goal, and I just happened to get number 1 because no one else had achieved that goal yet.
I just happened to become number 1 because nobody else got high tier 1 in 6 game modes and low tier 1 and 2.
Wish It's Real Me had never quit, and I wish he would have kept going further.
I wish It's Real Me managed to get 7 high tier 1s and 1 low tier 1.
So that I didn't have to be number 1. But he did quit, and now I'm number 1, so the situation is what it is. Now for the last thing regarding King Default's punishments being issued maliciously, I feel like you're not exactly taking into account what happened. He's had multiple competitive offensive like boosting and account sharing, and he said a lot of threatening things regarding me as well. As stuff like leaking information about where I lived. I'm not saying that in the sense that we have a poor relationship anymore, but what I'm trying to say is that if you're looking at things from an objective point of view, those punishments were
You guys, my bad. I accidentally got tier 1 every mode. By mistake, got high tier 1. Shoot, I by mistake just became the best player ever. How did that work out?
valid. As you know, I also ended up pardoning his offenses against me to get him unblacklisted almost immediately after.
Yeah, I can't lie. That does seem like a valid punishment. I'm gonna be honest.
Because I didn't want to hurt his career even though he had already hurt mine extensively. I wanted to respond to this here today because I think that out of mostly anyone, the two of us have played an important role in getting the community to where it is today. And I've come to realize more and more that the tension between us is something bad for everyone. I want you to know that I'm sorry we were never able to be on the same page. And I think it is largely stems from the way that in which I'm a bit of an introverted person, and you seem to be the opposite of that. So we never really meshed well together in comparison to how you mesh with other people who make more public appearances.
Thank you for
I respect the
agreeing.
way in which you have tried to help other
Bye,
people grow their
fella.
channels and reputations. It's something I've tried to do as well, and I think it's just generally a good thing to do for the community and players in it. I think what
Holy
started the
shit, we're
tension we
15
felt
minutes in.
is the way in which some of the things that you used to say on stream about me, or to
Bro,
me
stop
in order to
glazing!
entertain your audience, ended up blowing back on me in negative ways that you didn't expect.
Stop
So
glazing!
I viewed it as inconsiderate, and then when I responded in my video back in 2024, I interpreted everything so negatively because of the way in which the other people in that group were going after me maliciously. The result between us has been an awkward relationship, so I want you to know that even though I'm very much an introvert, I know that you're an honest person. And so whatever you felt when you said the things you did about me was
Stop.
genuine
Stop.
and not malicious.
Stop.
Like I said, I think it becomes easy to look back on everything in a negative light when you're viewing things through a negative lens. But I think we've had a lot of good conversations in our time being friends. And so I'd like you to know that regardless of everything that's happened up until this point, I laid out some of my thoughts of it for more interpret.
The only reason
Holy shit, that was pissing me
Marlow
off.
even had access to the vanilla tier list Discord in the first place was because she nuked the old one and was just quick to make the new one, and everyone just followed her.
I'm 16 minutes in, I'm getting a headache. I just want to play Minecraft PvP.
But yeah, she hijacked the whole PvP community off of she took it from.
You know what? Okay, what are these recommended? It's on incognito. No.
Trustworthy people who didn't have some overarching plan to do anything crazy and just took full control of everything herself.
So just to clarify here, I'm addressing whoever is watching this now rather than Dr. Donut personally, but what you have heard here is a very large misunderstanding of what actually happened and where the remade vanilla tier list came from. If you watch my experience video, I talk about a group called WAC that used to go around doxing and threatening people. They took down my Wi-Fi while threatening me in a call before and threatened me with other things like rape and swatting. I will play an extremely small amount of this call, but I won't play too much of it because it will get the video age restricted if I do. If you want to see more of it, you can watch it on my experience video.
Because they will get the video age restricted. No.
Say some dumb shit until it happens. You better test me, bitch. Because I'll turn your Wi-Fi off right now. Test me again. Test me again, bitch. Sing this song, and maybe you won't have internet competition, okay? Sing the song, Marlow. Sing it right now for me. Sing it.
It would be a shame if your father couldn't put food on the table because some internet gangsters are doing some tomfoolery. does your father happen to work from home? Can you please send over his schedule for us, please?
Would it be a shame? Could it work from home? And everything is
You guys know what? Like, this video.
stop working?
Which is because
20 minutes in.
Wouldn't it be a shame?
It's
if your dad
boring.
couldn't work from home because internet competition, right? That'd be quite a shame.
I swear to God, I will find out where you live and I will choke you out.
So essentially what happened is that the people a part of this group nuked the tier list once in the middle of 2021, which was really bothersome for me because at the time, I was the only owner properly managing the list. I was doing almost all of the tier tests myself and adding all of the names to the spreadsheet myself, since at the time the website didn't exist yet. Essentially, WAC used to be on the ownership team of the vanilla tier list, but I was also on the owner team, as well as pretty much the only person doing anything. During this time frame, I had to put up with random nukes, them randomly giving out high tiers to their friends, corrupt owners demoting people they didn't like, and them giving
Rai mentioned.
out staff roles and tiers to their friends' alt accounts. A lot of people criticize the way the tier list is run today, but the main difference is that back then it was actually corrupt from the inside, and today it's just mismanaged because the staff can't keep up with the overload of manual labor, since the tier list doesn't have enough automation to sustain it. Anyways, later in 2021, the tier list got nuked again, except this time it was a fully successful nuke with nobody except the owner team and a few of the higher staff members remaining. After the nuke, I started getting DMs from WAC members taunting me about it, and so after everything, to sort everything out for a while, a new Discord was made, and the WAC players were demoted from staff. What people seem to be saying is that I was the one who made the new Discord immediately after the nuke as a means to get ownership, but that's actually the complete opposite of what actually happened. I was actually the last choice to be owner, even despite the effort I'd been putting in. The person who created the new vanilla tier list Discord was Khan, and the only people who remained as owner after the nuke were me, Khan, and UCC Dog. What happened was, me and UCC Dog never got along because he was very emotionally attached to the game. So when I became better than him, it really upset him a lot, and he tried to do things like randomly demoting me from my tiers, even when I was losing to no one at the time. I got demoted from mid-tier 1, which back then was equivalent to what high tier 1 is now to high tier 2, just completely randomly because UCC Dog didn't
No, bro, I'm still here. This is just
think
boring.
I should be tier 1. So as you can see, me and him used to have a lot of issues, and after the vanilla tier list Discord was remade again, a few months later I tested for high tier 1, which required me to be the best player in both my own region and the European region. People today fail to realize how hard it was to get high tier 1 back then because of that requirement. Nowadays, cross-regional fights are done on equal ping, but back then to get high tier 1 you actually had to be the best player on both regions no matter the ping. At the time, UCC Dog was the best European player, but I ended up beating him 4-0 on his region, and he ended up rage quitting the community and blocking a lot of people. At that point, it was just me and Khan left on the ownership team, but Khan ended up getting demoted by Enrico for accepting bribes of gear on survival servers in return for giving out staff ranks. Khan was the actual server owner at the time though, so Enrico had very carefully negotiate with him in order to retrieve ownership. After Enrico got ownership, he actually chose to give it to me because I'd been paying the ticket spot subscription the whole time. The way the tickets premium subscription worked is that it would only apply to servers that the link account had ownership of, and so the way we did it before was that Khan would sign into my Patreon account and link his user to the subscription. When I explained this to Enrico, he thought it was too much of a hassle to do, and he ended up
No, Enrico, you sold. Bro, this is actually like pissing me off.
transferring ownership to me. What's funny about the way people are portraying this situation is that people act like I just asserted myself as owner, when in reality I only got it by the process of elimination because everyone else was doing crazy stuff that got them demoted.
No.
A lot of this stuff is shown in greater detail within my old video, so if you want more information on it, you can go back to that video and you'll understand everything I'm saying. With that out of the way though, I want to talk about Oximity. So the first thing I should tell you all is that I've been seeking legal advice on all of this, and the fact of the matter is that there are so many verifiably false claims that he's made against me that it constitutes extreme damages to both my reputation and
Bro, imagine like this is genuinely a paid actor and you're just walking down the street and someone's like, Marlow! Marlow!
livelihood. It's also worth noting that not only has he harmed me, but he's also harmed the reputation of other people like Jai Guy, who if you don't know, is the owner of PvP Club in the process. There's a lot of proof of malicious intent from him, as
Oh my god, Oximity, I know this guy. This is the guy from Fortnite, right?
well as examples of him weaponizing his audience in order to cause further reputational damage to people he doesn't like. I'm going to have a clip come up on screen to demonstrate.
Hi, Danger. Like, what's up, Danger? Are we serious? Are we serious? Nah, everyone join the server. I'm not even kidding. Raid discord.ntpvp.club. I'm so serious, bro. This ain't even funny. Nuh-uh. Nah, bro. Nah, this is not cool, bro. Alright. Alright. Well. Hold on. Let me hide my screen. I'm getting on a new one. We're getting on a new one.
The clip you just saw is from a ban evasion live stream on PvP Club. When he ended up getting banned, he mobilized his audience to raid the Discord, which led to people like Jai Guy and his staff members getting tons of unjustified harassment. People were under the impression that Oximity was being banned for his recent videos against me.
This is oh wait, this is not 80k.
As some kind of attempt to silence him,
once.
but the reality is that Oximity's punishment results from criminal offenses that he committed. I'm going to have the person who handled his blacklist come on and explain to you all why exactly he was initially banned, so that it's made clear that it was not at all related to his allegations against me.
Hi, my name is Spook, and I was the staff member responsible for handling Oximity's blacklist case back when it occurred in July 2024. Oximity was blacklisted on the grounds of sexual misconduct, SWAT requests, doxing,
What the heck? This guy got the whole ass ban.
and requesting illicit sexual material, all of which I will now briefly cover. There are several individuals who were affected by Oximity in regards to sexual misconduct, but I'll only be individually covering Marlow, given the context of this video. In the months leading up to his blacklist, Oximity developed what appeared to be a close friendship with Marlow. This relationship has since been shown to have been initiated primarily out of self-interest and a desire for personal gain. While fronting to Marlow as a trustworthy friend, Oximity was simultaneously making inappropriate remarks about her without her knowledge. These remarks included sexually inappropriate comments, lewd descriptions, and explicit descriptions of sexual acts,
Yeah, but like, didn't you forgive King Default for the same thing?
all made behind her back. In addition to Marlow, Oximity made multiple inappropriate comments about others, such as T-Saw, Annalise, and Amelia, of whom he requested nude images dating back to when she was 15.
What the fuck?
Oximity's request for Amelia's nude images
Hey man, it's fine.
People
It's
posting
all
illicit sexual
2
material
years
constantly,
ago,
as he asked for
right?
content which is illegal to even possess.
Right.
As for SWAT requests, there isn't much to go over. It's rather cut and dry. While talking to his friend Resaw, a player named Amelia was brought up in discussion. At the top of the screenshot, Oximity can be seen asking Resaw, "You swatted Amelia?" To which Resaw replies with no, but before Oximity can even process this, he sends another message claiming, "Do anything to Oximity," and Oximity then recognizes that Resaw is not the one to swat Amelia and asks who may have been responsible, which he follows up with a direct request for Resaw to swat her. In addition, Oximity reacts to learning of a former friend of his, Limited, being swatted with encouragement, thanking Resaw for carrying out the full swat, and reacting with LOL when another friend informs Oximity of the situation. Despite the request to swat Amelia being an isolated incident in which we haven't seen much repetition of the same caliber, when considering the context, Oximity claiming that doing anything to him or messing with him results in bad things happening to you, and the totality of his behavior thus far, the sexual misconduct and his amusement at the swatting of Limited,
Bro, hi, always sucks at Minecraft. Bro, I'm not gonna slow down this part because like, I
and
already
rather
seen
definitive,
it.
showing that Ximity lacked care for the well-being and safety of others,
Like,
as swatting is an illegal activity which has the
in the
possibility of
DNA
resulting in serious
video
physical
from
and mental
yesterday.
harm or even death. In another instance, Ximity directly posts the name, IP address, country, and email of another player, which he follows up with, "This is all true, by the way." Additionally, Ximity leaked Resaw's face to an unauthorized player. As for dox requests, we can see in the attached screenshot that Ximity brings up a former promise from Resaw, where Resaw allegedly claimed that he would dox Amelia in the case that she hurt Ximity. Ximity then requests for Resaw to put both her nudes and private information on Doxbin, which is a website that operates as a pastebin for publishing personal identifiable information. Additionally, Ximity has an alternate Discord account named Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast! Those all were jokes. Dorami just got 36 to 100 on Lumbo? Hold on, that's like more important than all of
Upon release
this.
of Marlow's My Experience with the Minecraft PvP community video, Ximity went into the Axe and Shield tier list Discord server and sent a series of messages directed towards Learn. In these messages, Ximity encouraged Learn to spin back and dox Marlow. He proceeded to use cultural stereotypes to ridicule Learn, which he then followed up by posting a fake IP address. While the address was fake and the messages posted were intended to come off in a joking manner, Ximity's display of carelessness towards the topic of doxing raises red flags and shows that he does not view it in the light that it should be viewed in. Now that I've covered the evidence substantiating his blacklist, I will delve into more recent actions from Ximity that serve as supporting evidence, showing that he might still continue to pose a risk to the community. In December of 2025, Ximity came to Resaw requesting a remote access Trojan, or RAT. He requests for Resaw to keep this between them, then states that he needs a rat nested within a Minecraft mod. The purpose of this rat would be to acquire a victim's Discord token, data which would allow him to gain access to a victim's Discord account without requiring an email or password. A few days after this, though, Ximity retracts his initial request, claiming that he will refrain from ratting and token stealing. Despite Ximity not going through with the ratting, him posing the request in of itself is significant, as it shows that not only does he consider acting on malicious behavior, but that he is willing to take the steps necessary to carry it out. It indicates a potential relapse in behavior, muddying the reformed image that he has painted for himself over the past year.
What all this tells you is that Ximity's blacklist is severe, yet people seem to interpret him as if he's some sort of martyr. I'm going to play another clip real quick to demonstrate some of what he's recently said regarding his punishment.
I recently started PvPing again by evading my ban on PvP Club, and it is very ironic that I've beaten every single player I fought, even the best of the best axe players. Now tell me, what is the point of a ranking system to determine the best players if the best players aren't even allowed to play? I've gotten all mentions of me removed from the axe.
Okay, I can't lie, that is a bit valid. And also, didn't you request a tier wipe? Like, if you're banned for like that, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's a false ban. That looks like a valid ban. But didn't he request his tiers, unempty tiers, to get wiped? Like, from what I remember.
Despite dominating it, completely changing the meta, and having high tier 1 for over a year straight, until I ended up getting banned, which is the only reason I lost it. I was completely untouchable, because of completely unrelated drama to my undeniable skill and influence I've had on the game.
In the statements you just heard, Ximity seems to suggest that there's no point in having a ranking system if the best players can't compete, yet he doesn't seem to realize that it's actually standard procedure in most competitive gaming communities to ban players for criminal offenses. Something worth knowing is that after Ximity was initially banned, he lost virtually his entire support circle. I was one of the only people that forgave him and tried to provide emotional support, despite him making a lot of inappropriate remarks to me. In my opinion, the primary reason for why he's been making videos against me is due to the fact that he hasn't yet been unblacklisted on MC tiers. Ximity has claimed that his actions that led him to being blacklisted were executed as a means to protect people from being harmed.
No, he asked for them to be wiped. No, the best. He was given back his tiers after the split. When I was regulator in MC tiers still, there was a command tier wipe, and any regulator can see tier wipes. What ended up happening was, I saw Exens, or whatever his name is, and, also Oximity, both, like, requested it. I know about, Securin end in 30 runs. But, like, he requested it. Also, what is this conversation?
But that reason doesn't really make sense, because he was causing more harm in the process by requesting for nude photos of minors to be leaked. Another concerning element of his blacklist is when he talks about going to Maine to rape a girl in the community. I happen to know that Ximity was actually planning on meeting with this girl in real life, since it was something that he talked to me in private about in 2024. It's likely that these statements weren't actually going to happen, but the point remains that his blacklist is so severe that it's been necessary for it to be treated with caution. This is discussed in more detail later in the video, so for now I'm going to move on to some of the more recent things that he said about me. I covered the first video he made about me in extensive detail, point by point later on, so for now I'm just going to address—
Isn't the song like tier 1 UHC, retired tier 1? I don't know, I don't play UHC. But, like, what is going on with the UHC and Axe players, bro?
the Marlow's true identity one. So first of all, if you don't know who Danger Mario is, essentially he's someone that has been impersonating me dating all the way back to 2020. He and his true identity one. So first of all, if you don't know who Danger Mario is, essentially he's someone that
Isn't this counterintuitive? Why would Marlow make an alt and just start accusing Marlow of being themselves? Like, this can't be the real Danger Mario. This has to be a fake.
has been impersonating me dating all the way back to 2020. He and his friends have gone to insane lengths to
What is this guy even
impersonate me,
saying?
even going as far as to create multiple YouTube videos to try to get me involved with their 2B2T group. Something Oximity has brought up is how I'm allegedly closely connected with a series of Danger Mario alts. Then he shows a screenshot of a list as evidence. The screenshot he puts on the screen is completely deceptive because the list he's actually showing is a list of people who were targeted by Danger Mario's Meteor Client spoofing exploit, which was used in order to ruin people's reputations and get them falsely banned on servers. I was the first person to be targeted with the exploit, and it ended up causing me a lot of damage until it was later discovered that I was and get them falsely banned on servers. I was the first person to be targeted with the exploit, and it ended up causing me a lot of damage until it was later discovered that I was getting framed. I highly recommend watching my experience video from 2024 because within the totalitarianism section, I lay out some of this stuff in great detail and show the lengths these people have gone to in the past in order to impersonate me. More recently, I looked into the Telegram account that was shown in Oximity's video, and it appears that it was actually created in 2025, which is after the time frame
Okay,
when
I
messages
saw
were
how
supposed to be
this
sent.
is disproven.
Telegram has account IDs
so-
which can be used to roughly pinpoint an account's age, and judging by the ID, it resolves to around May of 2025.
But like, you showed proof for this, which like obviously is false. But like, why did you show proof when you said over here that guys, like I just want to be honest. Yeah, I had an old account, but I'm not gonna show any proof.
With Telegram, people have the ability to create custom apps, so my belief is that one was used in order to fabricate a full timeline of messages and dates. Part of what's concerning about the whole situation here, though, is the degree of insanity involved. Not only have they made these fake Telegram messages, but they have also sent actual Discord messages spanning across years. They've essentially
But why? Like, this is the thing. This is before the Marlow persona was the Marlow persona. Like, you see what I mean? This is all proof before the... Bro, this is all proof before the Marlow persona was the Marlow persona. Of the Marlow, like... Isn't this alone obvious enough? This is just like... I'm done, bro. I'm done.
stalked me for years in order to create setups that they can fall back on to frame me and make themselves known. What's more concerning to me, however, is the fact that a lot of private information of mine, including stuff like my VPN account code, was brought up within these DMs, which leads me to believe that my Discord account was possibly hacked.
I mean, weren't you hacked in 2021 or 2022? Like, does that fall around that time frame? I don't know. I wasn't playing UHC then.
Back in 2020, I had been teamed with someone on Survival who knew Danger Mario, and in 2021 and 2022, I was screen shared by him in tournaments, and even one time while I was just casually playing.
But wouldn't...
I strongly believe that during some of these timeframes, I was compromised with malware, which allowed for some of the things that I had been discussing to be assessed and used to further impersonate me. One example of this was the fact that Danger Mario was already aware of the fact that I had been staging my montages back in 2021, which is something I barely told anyone at all. Something that people don't seem to know is that Danger Mario had a history of stealing people's Discord tokens. When I say that, I mean multiple people have had their Discord tokens logged by him, whether that be through social engineering, Minecraft mods, or something else. Another thing to note is that 1 month before Oximity posted his first video against me, he contacted another blacklisted player about planting malware on someone's computer. He laid this out with a sense of urgency and told the player that it would be beneficial for them if the victim was ratted. While it's not certain, it's possible that the person being referenced here is me, since it would be mutually beneficial for 2 blacklisted players to get my account hacked. Oximity seems to have backed out of this later on, but that could have been out of fear of his plans being leaked, since he ended up removing the person from his friends list the next month. A lot of the things shown in the Telegram DMs were things that I had sent to Oximity while I'd been working on my experience video. What a lot of people don't know is that me and Oximity were actually planning on posting videos on the same day, and the material covered in my video was going to be covered briefly in his own video. Unrelated to all of that, Oximity has been going around making fake accounts of me and posting videos with an AI clone voice that impersonates me. He made a TikTok account that claimed to be me, then made an admission to cheating video that garnered tons of views and led people across social media genuinely believing that I admitted to hacking. He also made a fake Discord call video where it appeared as if I'd cussed him out. The thing about all of this is that he can fall back on saying that it was all to be a funny gag, but he barely put any effort in clarifying that. In the Discord call video, he claims that it was real in the description, and the only way to tell that it was fake is to scroll down in the comments and find his replies. For the impersonation TikTok account, he didn't admit that it was him until way later after hundreds of thousands of people had already seen it. I believe that and find his replies. For the impersonation TikTok
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest here. I feel like everything being said in the last 4 minutes here is just like random to like come up with an excuse. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but like it feels like cherry picking for this. Yeah, it's obviously a joke.
account, he didn't admit that it was him until way later after hundreds of thousands of people had already seen it. I believe that Oximity has been doing all of these things to efficiently erode my reputation in virtually every capacity, whether that be cheating, being someone else's account, and even stuff like theft as well. The theft allegations are especially egregious because I have so much proof that it's a lie that it's remarkable. I have multiple DMs with Jackpot MC confirming I own the assets, as well as the fact that I actually paid for them. What you're going to see is that this is completely and utterly false, and in this video it's covered by Learn, who's fully aware of the fact that I didn't perform any type of exit scam or any type of theft at all. So you might be wondering, what's next for me at this point? And my answer to that is I'm not exactly sure. I know how these types of situations go, and I know that even though cheating and the false identity claims are debunked, just the mere fact that I've done wrong in this situation by staging my montages and lying about my voice, people have gone so invested in it that the things I did wrong are probably going to be viewed as a lot worse than they otherwise would have been if the situation didn't contain the amount of defamation it did. I don't blame anyone who changed their titles to call me a cheater and stuff like that, because I think a lot of the reason for that results from the fact that I've never told anyone I was staging my montages and playing in low TPS.
Can we get... Hold on. Can we get the screenshots about Jackpot MC?
Whether that be cheating, the only way to tell that it was if people had already seen it. I believe that Oximity has been doing all of these things to efficiently erode my reputation in virtually every capacity, whether that be cheating, being someone else's account, and even stuff like theft as well.
Hold on. Even stuff like
Theft
that as
allegations are
well.
especially egregious because I have so much proof that it's a lie that it's remarkable.
I have so much proof it's a lie. Okay, I guess you have to wait
I have
for
multiple
here.
DMs with Jackpot MC confirming I own the assets, as well as the fact that I actually paid for them. And I know that even though cheating and the false identity claims are debunked, just the mere fact that I've done wrong in this situation by staging my montages and lying about my voice, people have gotten so invested in it that the things I did wrong are probably going to be viewed as a lot worse than they otherwise would have been if the situation didn't contain the amount of defamation it did. I don't blame anyone who changed their titles to call me a cheater and stuff like that, because I think a lot of the reason for that results from the fact that I've never told anyone I was staging my montages and playing in low TPS. Something I want to clarify is that I never made those montages with the intention of propping myself up or making myself look better. I just wanted to make something really entertaining and fun to watch. I see montages sort of like a piece of art. I'd also like to shout out Razblin for being the first person to catch on that I was staging my montages. All the way back a few years ago, he realized that like a piece of art. I'd also like to shout out Razblin for being the first person to catch on that
Shout out my boy
I was staging my
Rasplin.
montages. All the way back a few years ago, he realized that he was right-handed in my 2-year vanilla montage when he usually uses left hand. I've had other inconsistencies too, like the team colors in my first montage, but no one really ended up noticing those things since I actually did kill all of the players I showed. Either way, I'd like people to know that I'm sorry about all of this. All of this has been having a pretty negative effect on my state of mind, especially with all the negative comments I've been making up to, as well as some of the Discord messages I've received. Moving forward, I plan on limiting my exposure to these things so that I can focus on more positively on what's in front of me, and on helping the community once more. I'll probably just resume making educational YouTube content and addressing things as needed. The rest of the video will focus on debunking the allegations of cheating, corruption, and theft, and I believe that the information and technical details provided there will be enough to prove my innocence. I already recorded the audio for this video prior to this, so you'll go back to hearing my AI voice for the remainder of the video. I will probably lean towards using my real voice for all my future content, since there's not much point in using AI for it anymore. There was once a time in my career where I was well-respected and a well-connected leader within the community who brought a lot of positivity and advancements towards the game. I'd like to go back to that and find a way to continue to help the player base, whether that be through new projects, guides, videos, and just anything really that can improve the game's atmosphere or help other people out. Moving forward, I hope all of you can understand that I have good intentions for the community, and even though it's probably in one of the darkest states that it's ever been, I believe that things can turn around and that it can become a better operated and less toxic place overall. Okay, so I was advised by a friend of mine to show proof that I'm not AI, so I'm here right now with
Eddie! I love Eddie. Eddie's so kind. Hold on, guys. We have to slow it down because Eddie's here. Eddie's the GOAT.
Eddie and a call, and we have a few things in place for me to prove that I'm actually not a robot.
Howdy.
Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do
Is Marlow blushing?
I'm gonna grab this broom and move it around in front of my face. And
Also wearing the transgender drip, by the way, just to point out.
we'll hope I don't glitch out and just like transform into the background.
That's AI, bruh. That's AI.
Oh no.
I knew it. I knew it.
Okay, I'm gonna put the broom back now. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab
Bro. No, this is Eddie. Do not diss Eddie. Eddie is so genuinely kind. Also,
my
like,
phone.
bro, it just seems
And-
like Marlo's blushing. Imagine this is all a paid actor and like mid conversation with Eddie, the actor just like okay, now that the skit is over, I'm kidding. Bro, Eddie did
I'm
not
gonna
get
turn on the
manipulated. Eddie's
flashlight.
the GOAT. He's just trying to see the
And
kindness
we're gonna
of everyone.
see if I glitch out and the light just doesn't work on me.
Eddie.
So it's creepy.
Oh my god, wait. Marlo's telling us stories. Wait, hold on. Isn't the mic on the right here? And isn't the mic on the... Hold on. 436? Yeah,
Okay, now with Eddie and a
I
call.
guess it could just be flipped. I guess it's like...
We have a few
I guess you
things in
could just
place
say
for
it's
me to
fit,
prove that
like,
I'm
flip.
actually not a robot.
Howdy.
Okay, we'll hope I don't glitch out. The next.
Okay, we have just seen us.
Oh no.
Once upon a time,
No. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off now, but
yeah, it could just be
Okay.
camera invert.
so now I think it's time for the epic 1v1 versus Do Re Mi.
Hold on.
So I'm gonna let you hype that up.
Oh my gosh, bro, the moment everyone has been waiting for. Marlow versus Do Re Mi. Oh my god. I seen all the comments. Low tier 5 speech. Low tier 5 basic speech.
Bro.
Oh, let's see
I
how this
can't
goes.
I'm
skip
actually
forward
worried
when Eddie's here.
because
That's
I
like
don't know
offense
the
to Eddie. He's
entire
like the goat.
thing. Like, Do Re Mi might
I
actually
got
be
you, I
me.
got you.
Okay. Are you gonna type out what I gotta say so that I don't
I
lose
think
this?
that's
Yeah, I
it.
Bro,
see.
don't be
Mi,
dissing
fa, sol,
Eddie.
la, ti,
Eddie
da.
diss is
I
not
think that's it.
valid. You can't be dissing Eddie. This guy's so
Okay.
kind.
Hype me up.
All right, Marlow, come on now. Come on. You can do this. Marlow versus Do Re Mi live. Yo, I'm stoked, bro. Bro, I'm stoked, bro. You okay, hold on. Marlow versus Do Re Mi. High tier 1 crystals,
Alright.
every kit player. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Do re mi la sol la ti da.
Okay, Marlow does have that inconsistency when also normally speaking. I know Marlow is do re mi la so fa la ti do.
Not bad, not bad. Wrong words though, like do re mi fa sol la ti da. I don't know if mine's
Oh,
right though. Let me look
I
it
can't
up.
read it.
Eddie's
I
the
can't-
goat.
I can't
Eddie's
read
like
it. It's too
the best
hard.
person ever.
It is. I found it. I found the official. Did I find it? Yeah, I did. That's it.
Oh, which one
See,
did
I
I
was-
mess up?
Oh, I was on it. You said do re mi la fa so instead of fa so la, I think. Something.
Okay. You ready?
Let's get it.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do.
Okay.
Oh, I
That's
kinda
good. That's valid. Voice crack is more human in my opinion. So I think that's completely valid.
maybe it is, but I want to come out victorious at least once against
Yeah, you're a
Do Re
little
Mi, 'cause
perfectionist.
if I don't, I'll never hear the end of it.
Real.
Okay. One more time.
Robot check.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do.
That was tough. I think that was it.
That was good. That was your best one by far.
Okay, finally. I've finally
in.
overcome the obstacle of Do Re Mi. Wait,
Oh, yeah,
what if
Yo, can we not be dissing this? Like, I don't want to be that guy, Marlow or not Marlow, that's still a person. So can we not make fun of them, please?
you're AI?
Wait a minute.
You might be AI.
Yes, Eddie, do
Hold
re
on.
mi.
Oh, you need a do re mi. Hold on.
Yes.
Eddie versus Do Re Mi. Who will win?
Like, see what I mean? Also, isn't his hair just like suddenly darker? I don't know.
Bro, you're making me nervous. Okay, here we go. Do re mi fa sol la ti da. Boom.
Have I seen my own videos?
Different pitch
That
in
is
all
a
of
good
those,
point.
I
That is a
think.
good point.
Pretty chillin'. Pretty chillin'.
You beat it first try. I think.
Yeah. So.
I
Okay,
think
enough of
you
this
have a good
section.
counterplay style against Do Re Mi.
Dude, I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in, and they're just glad I didn't test for it. So, what can I say?
All right. Well, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for helping me prove that I'm not a robot.
I got you. I got you. I hope you have more lined up. Let's see. I'm stoked for your video, bro. Real stuff. I've been stoked. I've been stoked.
Yes, me too. I'm ready to finally get this out. It's been a long last few months.
Yeah, and I imagine people are just like with the longer it's been since the accusations. I feel like they're just like losing trust every day. So it's like a lot.
Hold
in,
on,
you know,
guys.
but
I
you're- sounds like you're
might
about done.
genuinely
Go for
need
it.
a Clash Royale
Yeah.
break.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out now, but thanks again.
Sounds good. See you on the flip. Adios.
I should have Brawl Stars break.
Before I proceed, I'd like to start off with a quote from a video I made in 2024. This video, titled My Experience with the Minecraft PvP Community, was released in order to demonstrate the numerous ways in which I was being targeted in terms of both reputation and real-life safety. The quote reads, I've never made a
Nothing
video
to
of this
do
scale
on
before,
Brawl.
but I feel that I
Never
have to.
mind.
For years, I found myself in a position where I've been continually targeted to a degree that almost feels disproportionate given the size of my following. Watching this pattern of people ripping apart my social life time and time again has caused me an indescribable amount of suffering. There's so many things I've wanted to do in the past few years that have simply been impossible due to this recurring pattern. This quote accurately represents the situation that I found myself mired in once again. For those of you who are unaware, for the past year or so I've been on the receiving end of numerous allegations. These allegations started off the back of a controversial decision I made on January 27th of last year, which was to migrate MC tiers out of the previous network that it was a part of. While the result of this decision has largely been positive, there are many ways in which people have weaponized it as a means to cancel me. In recent times, this is amped up to a degree so severe that every day there are multiple videos being made attempting to cancel me. What you'll soon find out is that nearly every claim being made about me is verifiable.
Alright. Where did the audio
Corruption
go?
that can be caused when people take information at face value. But the Minecraft community as a whole. If people don't wake up to this pattern, the community status quo will endlessly get worse. This video will also reveal that some of the events occurring more recently have been personally motivated in ways that people didn't consider. If the majority of people remain ignorant to the pattern that enables this, it will allow anyone to exploit the community without ever being held accountable. What this video will also show you is the manner in which people are willing to leverage one's personal turmoil as a pathway to fame and fortune. You'll see the way in
Oh
which
my
people
god,
deliberately misinform
Masonry
others in the attempt
made
to funnel
it!
all of these things into personal gain. Unfortunately, exploiting other people in this way has become an extremely viable strategy in the modern era, and people's lack of awareness towards it sets a dangerous precedent for everyone in this space. That being said, the main focus of this video will be addressing every major allegation currently being spread about me, and by the end of it all, you'll have the full context needed to judge these claims on your own. Something I've noticed about all of this is that it seems like people are judging the situation from two extremes, with very few people taking a logical middle ground. People seemingly fall into one of two camps, either blindly accepting misinformation and lies about me, or dismissing everything entirely and reducing it to people being angry that a woman is a top competitor. Both of these sides avoid actually engaging with the facts, and I can't support either of them even if the second one supports me. I say all of this while not denying the possibility that my gender does probably influence why I've been targeted more than others, since as you'll see throughout the video, there is an undeniable double standard being put in place. Regardless of any of that though, the dismissive manner in which people have used this defense is not something that I want happening, and I hope everyone can understand that. Very few people have been willing to take a step back and look at the evidence objectively, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. On January 27th of last year, the tier list would end up slipping.
Alright, I'm tired of watching this all. There's still a good 2 hours left. Like, it's all like I'll look if there's anything here I care about. Like the migration, I was in the com for. I low-key agree with it. The theft scamming, I know Marlow didn't scam. ELO systems low-key need to be implemented. SS misinformation, bro. Like from what it looks like, I think the SS was fine. Like leveraging, I don't even. Oh, it's just old stuff. Won't Marlow just talk about everything before? I got mentioned, I know. I got a bunch of like messages I did. It's funny. PvP club boycotting, but I'm not consisting in that 'cause it's stupid. Ghost client marketing. But it's like, I don't want to be that guy. Any ghost client's gonna do that. It doesn't require part of the video. Like, I know you're not helping them. Critically's video, already seen that video, I have my thoughts on it. Watch this white video, I already have. Pre-migration tiers. This about how I like the old tier list. Scientifically impossible. Weird head movements. Mar's gonna reference her own video. Eating I know Marlo's not cheating. Here's the thing, like the SS it's explaining how Marlo got SS though. But like I don't want to be that guy, but like if Marlo's cheating, I don't think Marlo's gonna ask some trigger bot to attack while eating. Like people have to use their brain. If Marlo is cheating, Marlo's not gonna start like blatantly cheating. It would be because it. Spasm versus white, that could just be giving up. Staff double standard. Blacklist SS requesters. Maze kit changes. Slash layovers. Oh my god, that's me. Tried to buy MinecraftSpeedrun.com. Silencing dissenters. Oximity's video, not deleting my comments. Backlist. Crystal optimizer life friendship double standard. Rapture investigation. Oh wow, this went on for a while until they started watch all that. All the jobs are egoing you, that sucks. Like the Rapture investigation is gonna be just Marlo saying I don't know if he's cheating or not, so I didn't do anything. Oximity appeal should skill negate criminal like the speculation column was actually Kuma's video fixing my sound. That shield disables vex state situation. Swipe strength incident. Didn't he even go back and say it's false? I don't play hot enough to know if someone's T-balling or not. Hold on, let me launch Minecraft. I guess I'll just play Minecraft for the rest of it. Hold on, guys, my Minecraft's launching. My Minecraft's launching. You guys can wait a second, because I'm waiting a second. If I can wait, you can wait. Oh god, who pinged every sub-tier server? This is like a daily sub-tiers event. Alright, I'm just gonna give my personal opinion on everything here. Straight up, I don't know. Haven't seen enough proof on either side. I feel like Marlow's video explains a lot, and then doesn't explain a lot. Let me see if we can get some, like, fun fight going on. I don't know. Probably should change the stream to also mention how I'm, like, doing other stuff. Okay. What should I name the stream now? I guess, like, I'll name it, like, Marlow is Benjamin Netanyahu. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Okay. Have to specify, have to specify. Did I see the message because of the cat thing? I'll just send it again. Want to make sure. The thing is, I don't want to, like, say, like, I haven't seen enough proof that'll make me continue believing that Marlow is, what's it called? Illegitimate. Oh wait, I just completely missed that. Oh shoot, wait, I'm kind of low. Wait, where's my pearls? Wait, it's kind of a cook situation. Cam QD is so kind. W Cam QD. I know Cam QD too. Cam quick drop. Cam is a quick drop. I guess we're just having like the debuff gameplay now. Hello? Could we like wait? What the heck is that title? Truth and only the truth. Oh, GG's. Oh dang, that was like close. Yo, guys, we're high tier 1. This guy's... Bro, do not be dissing the sub-tiers modes. Some of them are fun. Some of them will make you want to kill yourself. But that's besides the point. Take a wild guess what one this is. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm alive. Oh. Oh. Subtier's bottom 5 might be an understatement on this, bro. It might be bottom 8. Maybe I should rank the subtiers modes after this. What would even top 1 look like? OW internet? Oh, I'm just getting DDoS. It's Marlow! It's a big Yahoo! Wait, internet? Okay, guys, the big Yahoo solved. Okay, wait. I need to, like, get a good hopper for this. Bro, this is a real mode. Don't be dissing subtiers. Subtiers is the GOAT. Oh, my internet's lagging. Hey Twin, why did you retire? Cause like every game mode sucks right now. Uh, my mom's calling me. Okay, so she was asking about college residents' bed sizes. Wait, shit, I'm gonna be in college soon and I'm making videos about Benjamin Netanyahu. Shoot. I can't even spell English. Maybe my life is just worthless, bro. I'm college student. I'm making videos of Benjamin Netanyahu in Minecraft. Yo, guys, am I good for my second day of debuff? Maybe we can get a tier test going if queue opens. Oh, my internet's like not good right now. No, who's like hitting me offline, bro? That's bad. Can you stop whoever's doing that temporarily? I'm dead. Oh wait, they still had so much more health. What is this title? It's not clickbait. I don't know what it is, but I just know it's not clickbait. Where can I get texture pack? Regenerative. You could have just asked in chat. Thank you for the $2, though. I'm gratefully appreciated. There's no official download. I guess just message me on Discord, and then like you can get it. Like, really, if you drain the hell out of him, that's his weakness. Bro, regenerative. I'm not ignoring donuts. I just have 30 seconds stream delay. Here's the thing, Worlds. I don't play debuff. I started yesterday. Oh. I'm gonna probably health pot. And like splash or regen, I guess. But you have to learn to play every playstyle and debuff in a different way of throwing pots. Bro, I just want high tier 3, not high tier 1. I don't need to like memorize everything. Oh, I forgot to drink regen. Like that's how little I play this mode. Probably. Probably get away without. Oh wait, I probably should have drank that. I think I'm dead. Yeah, high tier 1 spear. Cowboy, for high tier 1 spear, there has to be like 7 trillion spearmints, and I don't like the kit. Like the kit is just stall for 30 minutes and then like win. Okay, what is my Wi-Fi? Who is DDoSing me? Stop it, bro. I already said. Or at least can you do some like a tier test? Like right now, like there's not too much of a game. Should like pearl out here. Oh. Maybe I should probably help pot. Blame it on lag. Blame it on the lag. Here's the thing, for the big gap, I'm not playing debuff to get like a good tier in it. I only want high tier 3 and I'm just not playing it ever again. Like the second I get high tier 3, I'm just not playing this. My internet's just lagging, like... Bro, who's hitting me offline? Just like wait a second or something. You can do this later. I have a bed tier test sometime in the future. You guys can do it then. Oh. Like, can you... Do you think that'll be kind? Can you at least, like, go in the chat and say, like, I am a harmful DDoSer? Pay me $15 or else? Like... Oh, thought that would look like work. I think I'm up. Probably not a bad idea to like... You know what? Oh, I'm just lagging. Oh no, I drained their pots. Wait, that was kind of winnable. Okay, so the armor's prot 2. Gotta just remember that. Okay, who's in the panels, bro? Oh dang, that was close. Maybe I should have continued aggroing there. Oh, health indicators were allowed. This would like be so much better, I feel like. I feel like this is an emergency. Where did my health go? I'm just gonna end stream, bro. Like, you guys can